Hello, everybody, and welcome to using Screencasts to facilitate learning from home. What I'm doing is I'm actually giving you a quick video here on how to create screencasts. So if you don't know me, my name is Matt Bergman. I've presented all over the country and all over the world. I work as a learning technology specialist, but I also do a lot of consulting work and professional development for other schools. So one of the first things that you want to probably realize is, what is screencasting? Now, screencasting is recording content from your device's screen or webcam, and then distributing that to students. So it could be creating tutorials, instruction, flipped learning, meetings, announcements, students' feedback. Now, there's a lot of different tools available out there for you, and so I just want to share with you a few. If you are a MacBook user, you have a built-in tool called QuickTime that will allow you to do that. So I have a Mac, and right down here, here's QuickTime. I can just simply choose that, and then I can do a screen recording by doing this, or I can do a video recording with my webcam by doing this. So right now, I currently am using QuickTime to record this. So you'll see the fruits of QuickTime. And what the other thing that you can do too that's pretty cool with this is that if I wanted to only record this area right here and nothing else, I can record that particular area. Okay, so let's share with you a couple other tools that you could use. Another is Google Chrome. Google Chrome, if you use the Chrome browser, use a Chromebook, whether you have a laptop or PC, you can use something called Screencastify in order to do that. So let's show you how Screencastify works. Screencastify is really simple. You simply install this Chrome extension, which you see right up here. And when you do that, you have a couple different options for what you can record. So you can record your browser tab. So if you're in Google Chrome, you simply would record this area right here. You could record your desktop, which is your entire screen, or you could just simply use your webcam. Okay, so I can choose my microphone right here. I can even embed a video of my webcam here as well. Okay, now there's some other features that you can choose just simply by going up to settings. We're really not going to get into that right now, but let's just show you how a sample recording would go. So I'm just going to hit record. I can record my entire screen or the application window. I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to record my application window, and I'm going to hit share. Gives me a countdown, 3, 2, 1, and now I'm off and I can start recording. Now, one thing you can do too is you can simply just go right up here and you could pause if you need to. That can be really helpful if you need to maybe go to another screen, demonstrate something. And plus, Screencastify has some tools down here at the bottom that you'll probably want to be aware of. One of the finest tools that I like is this right here, where you can actually put your cursor and you can highlight a certain area and kind of gray out everything else that shows a specific part of your screen. I can turn that off simply by doing this. Now, the other thing too is I have a pen. The pen feature, I can write on my screen, I can annotate, which is really great from a teaching perspective. Love that, and I'm just going to hit the eraser. I can do the eraser, and I can just get rid of everything on my screen that way. Okay, so that's Screencastify. I can also embed my webcam down here. So let's go ahead and show that. So here is my webcam, as you can see. So I'm giving instruction. Let me just show you how that's going to work. Let me just hit play. And I'm going to continue to record. You see my webcam down at the bottom, and that's going to allow me to record and also give a personalized touch right here. Now, one of the bad things right now about Screencastify is that you're only limited to 5 minutes worth of content. That might sound impossible, but you still can get a lot of content in 5 minutes. Just simply use the pause button. If you want something with a little bit more length, I would suggest using a tool called Screencast-O-Matic. Let's show you how Screencast-O-Matic works here in just a second. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and pause this. And Screencast-O-Matic is another tool. And you can simply go to screencastomatic.com. You want to sign up for an account, and then you can start recording for free. Now, you have 15 minutes worth of content right here. I can go ahead and launch the free recorder, and it works on multiple devices. I'm just going to go ahead and hit open up on my screen here. So as you can see, it's going to pop up. And now I have the ability to once again record a certain section of my screen. Now, pros and cons of this. You can record your screen, you can use your webcam, you can do both, which you just saw, but any audio from your computer will not appear. So if you have a video clip or maybe a noise that appears, it will not. The only thing that will appear is right here, your microphone. When I do hit the record button, it does give me a 3, 2, 1. And now I can go ahead and I can showcase things on my screen. I can click right here. I can click right there. And voila, you see this. And let me just show you when I press play. And now I can go ahead and see how there's a halo and then a blue box. That right there will allow you to see your cursor and wherever your cursor's at. Okay, so let's talk about, so those are 3 different tools that you could use to go to Screencastify and also Screencast-O-Matic. Let me just hit done. And now one of the things that I can do is, okay, so what do I do with this video once it's published? What I can do is I can actually save this video, okay? It'll save it. And then I can actually save this. If you look, I can save it as a video file. I can upload to Screencast-O-Matic itself. There's actually a really neat library, so check this out. So when I go and I log in to Screencast-O-Matic, I actually have right here a library of videos. So it doesn't even use YouTube. It doesn't even use Google Drive. It simply uses a library, and then I can just open this up, and then I can share this via a link right here with somebody. So it actually embeds it right in to Screencast-O-Matic. Okay, so that's Screencast-O-Matic right there, the tool that I just shared with you just a moment ago. All right, do you remember this right up here? This is Screencast-O-Matic. Well, when I'm done with my video, what it does is it puts it up in this right here. And let me just show you what this video is going to look like. You can see right down here, you can see me talking. You can see the annotation tools on my screen. Okay, so it's really a really neat tool that you can use to, once again, record what's going on your screen. And then you could actually publish this to YouTube. You could share it to Google Classroom. And one of the reasons why there are free 5-minute recordings for Screencastify is that you can share this directly to Google Classroom. Any video that's over 5 minutes, you actually would need to save to your Google Drive, or you'd need to publish to YouTube. Okay, you can download it, but that actually, let me just go right here. I'm going to hit download. You can download your video as well, but it does put it in this type of format. I can export it as an MP4 file. I can hit export. That will allow me then, if I want to possibly put it into another program or upload it in another resource. I could go ahead and do that. I'm just going to go ahead and download, and here's my MP4 file of my file. Okay, so that's probably a lot of information to you. So then the question is, okay, how do you actually publish your screencasts? So we just showed you how you can screencast, but how do you actually publish them? So if you want to publish them and get to students, what I would recommend is probably using a program like YouTube to do that. I know that sounds pretty scary, but if you simply click right here, publish to YouTube, you can actually make this unlisted. So if you make the video unlisted, that means that nobody can search for it on YouTube. However, they can still access it via a link. So I can go ahead and I can do that. I'm going to just put down, this is a sample presentation. I'm going to hit upload, and what it will do then is it will actually contact my YouTube account to then go through and upload content. Now right now that's not working because what I see right here is actually I'm trying to access the wrong YouTube account. That's probably what it is. And I'm just going to make this unlisted, and then I'm going to do sample. Let's see if that'll work. Okay, hit upload. Okay, so as you can see, something has gone wrong. Basically, it gives you some instructions right here on what you can do. All right, so if I'm trying to troubleshoot this, and this is good that we're having this problem, what I would probably recommend doing is exporting it as an MP4 file. So I'm going to export it as an MP4 file, hit export. Okay, so what it's doing is it's exporting it as a video file for me. Okay, I'm going to hit download, and as you can see right here, here's the download. And then I'm going to go to YouTube. So YouTube would probably be the best place to go. I'm simply going to go right here where this camera is. I'm going to choose upload a video. And when I choose upload a video, I can just kind of drag and drop it right here. And I'm going to give it a title. Okay, so I'm going to give it a title. I'm going to call this sample video. I'm going to give it a description right here. And then what I can do is I can scroll down here to the bottom and I can say, yeah, this is made for kids. What's going to happen is it's not going to have any advertisements that'll pop up, which will make it great. Now I'm going to hit next, and I'm going to go ahead and hit next. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it unlisted so that nobody can search for it on YouTube. You can make it public if you want, but I'm just going to keep it as unlisted. Private means only you have access to it, and I'm going to hit save. Now what will happen is it will upload. Here's my video right here, and I can just share this link. So I can just go ahead and share this link. Here's my video right here, and I can go through, I can just copy, paste it, and share it. Whether that's Google Classroom, whether that's a QR code, whether that's Canvas, whatever, that will allow you to then be able to access this video. Another way you can do it as well is if your school doesn't allow you to use YouTube, another way could be just using Google Drive. So if I go to Google Drive, I simply can upload a video. Okay, I can just go in, I can upload a video, or I can just drag it. So I'm just going to drag this right here. So let me just drag it right in there. What it'll do is it'll upload. Now it does take a few moments for it to upload, so it will take a minute or two. Once it uploads, there you go. Okay, here's my video. Now when I try to open it, it's going to say that right now the video is still processing. One thing that I've noticed is on Google Drive, it tends to process a little bit longer than it would on YouTube. Now let me hit refresh and see if that processed here, because it is a very short video that we have with us here. And so if I can open this up, here it is. Okay, so that's a helpful feature right here. Now, how do I share it with my students? Well, once again, I can go right here. I can go to share. I can choose get shareable link. And I can make sure that anyone with the link can view, or anybody within my organization can view, and now we're good to go. Now, one of the things that I really like about this and also YouTube is that you have some built-in accessibility features with YouTube and also Google Meet. You have right here the closed captioning feature that can be turned on. It automatically provides closed captioning for students who may need that type of support. So going back to the presentation, just so that you, we're all on the same page right here. What is screencasting? Recording content from your devices or your webcam. It could be tutorials, instructions, flipped learning, meetings, announcements, student feedback. What tools can you use? We said Screencastify, Screencast-O-Matic, or on the iPads. And then right here, well, how do you create it? We showed you how to create it. And then how do you publish your screencast? Well, you can simply go and you can do one of these different options: YouTube, Google Drive, or Dropbox. Now, you might be saying, well, Matt, like I want to do instruction. Like I want to have a whiteboard in front of me. I want my kids to be able to see me. How could I do that? Well, here's a quick way to do that. If I wanted to go right here to Screencastify and I wanted to do the webcam only, I can go ahead and I can hit record. And as you can see me right here recording. I can go ahead and I can write on my screen. That is one way that I could do things. Okay, so that's Screencastify. If you have QuickTime on your screen right here, what you would do is you would do the same exact thing, but just do a movie recording. If you are using Screencast-O-Matic, Screencast-O-Matic actually has that same feature built in. Let me just close out of here. I'm going to go hit delete. Okay. go to screencastify.com. I'm going to start recording. I'm going to go ahead and launch the free recording. I'm going to hit open up, and here you go. So I could actually use the webcam right here. It'll need to access my webcam. I need to choose which webcam I'm using. I'm going to hit OK, and now you can see me again. So once again, I can write on there. So the other question that you may be saying is, well, okay, Matt, that's great. However, how do I actually use to record content or draw on my screen? Like, what could I do for that? There are some tools out there. Some of my favorites are Jamboard. Jamboard's really neat. It's free by Google. Your Google administrator may have to turn it on, but essentially what it is a whiteboard where you can write stuff on your whiteboard. So, here we go. 2 + 2 equals 4. I can do that. I can clear my frame. So that's a really neat feature. You can upload pictures. So say, for instance, you had a worksheet picture, you could go ahead and upload that. That's a tool. If your school doesn't necessarily have access to that, All App is another really great tool that you can use, which is very similar. It's an automatic whiteboard. You can go ahead and you can have things up on your screen that you can draw. Once again, this is a really simple tool to use. And if you're screencasting, you can record anything on your screen. Last tool that I just want you to be aware of, which might be actually helpful, is, and I'm going to just open up another account right here, is ClassKick. Now, ClassKick is a unique program because it's an interactive platform for students to participate. They can do interactive worksheets, simulations, etc. But one of the cool features of it is this whole idea of virtual manipulatives. So I have right here a personal learning assignment, and I have this where I built let's talk about the different categories of personalized and non-personalized learning, and I can just drag and drop tools right here. Now, you might be saying, well, Matt, I don't have access to ClassKick. What else could I do? Well, you could actually go to drawings.google.com, and this will allow you then to do the same exact thing. You just create a shape, okay, right here, and you put your characteristic. Okay, sorry, I can't spell. And then you can go ahead and you can move this screen and make it a little bit wider, and you can move things around. So that allows you to have some flexibility on recording your screen. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you want access to this presentation, you simply can use this bit.ly link down at the bottom. Now, it is case sensitive, so it is bit.ly/2WV5 lowercase p and then capital JW. If you'd also want to check out my blog, I have a lot of information, a lot of resources for you at bergman-udl.blogspot.com. You can also reach out to me on Twitter or via my email address, mattbergman14.com. I have how you can use virtual manipulatives in ClassKick, virtual meetings via Flipgrid, and a whole bunch of other tools and videos at your disposal so that you can get through this challenging time. So once again, if you need my contact information is right here. Access this presentation. Feel free to reach out with any questions.